Just bought your first rental? Great. Now here's the problem. Most investors think the hard part is getting the deal done, but it's not. The hard part is what happens after you close. That first 30 days is where most people either set themselves up for stable cash flow or create problems that follow them from year to year. Hey, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. I'm Bud Evans. I'm a 35 years Air Force veteran. I'm a 13-year police officer, former mayor of Tenants in New Jersey. I'm an active real estate investor focused on single-family homes and small multifamily across 3 states. I mentor veterans and first responders, and I started a low-cost investor-focused property management company in South Jersey. So let's get into it. Most new landlords believe this. I closed. The deal is done. Well, that's wrong. Closing is the starting line, not the finish line. So here's the baseline reality. The first 30 days are going to control your tenant quality, your property condition, your systems in place, and your cash flow stability. If you get those wrong early, you won't just have a bad month. You're going to have a bad year minimum. So here's where it starts to go sideways. New investors drift. They don't have a plan. They don't have structure. They have no urgency. They react instead of planning ahead and executing the plan. And that is the problem. Every small thing you're going to ignore in the first 30 days will compound. If you skip documenting the property, now you're arguing over damages later. If you rush a tenant, you're going to be chasing rent. If you don't set your systems, now your phone will own you. And that is how amateurs operate. The turning point here is simple. You stop treating this like a purchase, and you start treating it like a business, like an operation. Now, let me walk you through exactly how to execute the plan. Day 1 through day 3, you're going to secure and you're going to assess the property. First thing, change the locks. Every time, no exceptions. You do not want to have a prior tenant having the key. You don't know who has the key at all, period. Second, do a full property walkthrough. Take photos of everything. Not casual, be very detailed about it. You're looking for leaks, electrical issues, safety hazards, deferred maintenance, anything that would be on an inspection checklist. Document everything. Photos, videos, notes. This becomes your baseline. If you don't do this now, you will lose leverage later. Third, utilities. Make sure everything works. Water, electric, heat, everything. You don't want surprises after move-in. Now, let's talk about day 4 through day 7. You're going to stabilize. If it's vacant, your job is simple. Bring it up to standards and get it rent ready. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's got to be rent ready. Clean, safe, and functional. That's it. This is where new investors mess up. They will over-improve. They will bring a Class C neighborhood and have a Class A apartment. They think they're flipping. This is not flipping. You are buying for cash flow. It's a completely different objective. If it's occupied, verify everything. Your lease, your security deposit, the payment history. Do not assume anything. Trust nothing. Verify everything. Now, this is where the first major mistakes are going to happen. In a vacant unit, the new landlord is going to panic. They're going to rush to fill it. They're going to take that first decent tenant. That decision will cost you later, always. Day 8 through day 14. This is where professionals separate themselves from the amateur. You build your systems. You need 4 things in place minimum. Rent collection systems, maintenance request systems, tenant communication processes, and expense tracking. It doesn't need to be complex, but it needs to exist. If the tenants are texting you randomly and you're responding randomly, you don't have a system. You have chaos, and chaos will scale and compound. Fix it now while it's 1 unit, not 10. Day 15 through day 21. Now you're going to start your process of marketing and screening tenants. And this is where discipline matters. Screening is going to determine everything. So have your pre-qualification questionnaire squared away. You need income verification, credit check, rental history, and more. No shortcuts, no exceptions, no emotional decisions. Bad tenants are not accidents. Bad tenants are accepted by you. So let me give you a real-world breakdown. An investor buys a duplex, rents one side fast to get the cash flow going. The tenant has borderline credit. No real landlord references, but seems like a good guy. 3 months later, the payments start becoming late. They start reporting maintenance issues, and they have constant excuses. Now you're behind. The one bad decision just cost you time, money, a lot of stress, and potentially an eviction. So here's how to turn that around. You have to operate with standards, not feelings. And driveway conversations do not exist. Day 22 through day 30, you're going to lock in stability, get your leases signed. Make sure your security deposit is collected, along with your first month's rent. Now you set expectations. They have to be clear, documented, and non-negotiable. Your rent due date, your late fees, your maintenance processes, your communication rules, there are no gray areas here. Gray areas will create problems later on. When you execute this correctly, you will get better tenants. You will have fewer issues. You will have cleaner operations, and you will have stable cash flow. That's how you shift it. You're no longer reacting. You are controlling the asset. All right, quick pause. If you're a veteran and you're either in your first deal or about to close, this is exactly what we break down inside the War Room with David Perret. Real execution, real scenarios, real analysis, no theory. We are all investors. If you need help structuring in your first 30 days so you don't miss something critical, you can always book a one-off call through budevans.com. Both links are in the description as well. Now, let's get back to it. Let's talk about common mistakes in this phase. Number one, you don't document. Big problem. You skip photos is number two. 3, you don't take notes. Now, everything becomes your word versus theirs. And that is a losing proposition. Over-improving. You don't blow your budget trying to make it perfect, because now your returns are going to be compressed. Number 3, weak screening. Don't bend your standards. You will pay for it later. Number 4, you have no systems in place. You try to manage everything manually. That's going to work for you until it doesn't. Number 5, you have no expectations. You don't clearly define your rules. Now, tenants will create their own rules, and they're not going to be great. And that's how your problems are going to start. Now, let's wrap this up into something you can actually use. As always, here's your checklist. Number 1, change your locks immediately after your closing. Next, document your full property condition with your photos and videos. Next, identify and fix safety issues and functional issues first. Next, get the unit rent ready, but not over-improved. Then verify all tenant information. If it's occupied, make sure you set up your rent collection, maintenance, communication systems. Next, market properly and screen people with 0 exceptions. Then collect your deposit and your first month's rent before they move in. Set clear, documented expectations with tenants. Treat the first 30 days like a structured operation, not a casual transition. That's your playbook. That's the first 30 days. Set the tone. You get it right, and everything gets easier. You get it wrong, and you make your life so much harder. If this helped you, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and share it with your friends if you have any. Thanks for watching. I'm Bud Evans. Aim high, execute fast. See you on the next one.